My name is Gabriela. I'm an API product manager at Bloomreach. I recently joined a few months back. So Bloomreach is an experience cloud solution, which means that we enable e-commerce companies to unlock all their potential in terms of engagement, personalization, content, search, and merchandising. So yeah, we have a lot of products within the Bloomreach umbrella. My role is API product manager, which means like I'm responsible for the APIs in the Bloomreach content pillar. So I joined because we noticed that there's a lot of potential in terms of all the APIs that we are currently offering, and in terms of the APIs that we still have to build in the company. So we decided to hire a person focused on those APIs and on the developer experience specifically. My role right now. I'm known for, at least in the company that I recently joined, for taking the perspective of the customer, in my case, the developer. So I really only make decisions considering what I heard directly from the developers. So I think that's what I'm known for internally in the company so far. Also, I want to be known in terms of product APIs as products. So this is what I really want to specialize on, and API design first practices and all within that scope. So API as a product means that we are really going to take the APIs and use them and bring all the product practices. So like API is not about just a bunch of fields that are available for someone to use, but it's really consider all the product practice, for example, prototyping, do the discovery, or what are the problems that people have so that we can solve them through APIs. So for example, the API design first is the way that we can really understand the customer problems, prototype through doing the design first, validate with the developers, and only then start the development phase. So I think this all connects into API as products. It's about unlocking business potential using APIs. So in terms of specialization, I think I'm still on the journey. I still have a lot to learn, but I take mostly of my learning through like things I can find in terms of reading. There are great books like API product management books that are popping up. I think this is an area that is still being developed. Let's say there is still a lot of opportunities for it to grow in terms of the concept of APIs as products. What is an API product manager? But I'm basically trying to keep up with whatever is happening in terms of the conferences, what are the trends, Twitter threads, which with great people, great minds from the area. I really try to be up to speed with that, articles, and whatever books that are already out there. But I think there is a lot of potential for many great books to be written on that topic. So I think there is a lot of factors impacting like all of these developments that are happening on the API ecosystem, let's say. So APIs are seen more and more as really like important for the company. So more and more companies are starting to worry about APIs and how they are available to unlock their challenges, let's say. So this impacts my role because I have to be up to date with all of those trends. I have to bring this API as a product perspective, this design first approach to try to offer to our customers, since we are an API provider company, to offer to our customers the best APIs as possible. So right now I'm mostly sharing inside my company with my own colleagues. So like I already, but I have big plans in terms of sharing to conferences and blog articles. I have a few, but I want to keep writing more of them. Also, there is already one almost ready to be published. And also I joined recently the Women in APIs Get Speaking program, which they support women to be more confident, to prepare for presentations, for example, an API Days conference or whatever API conferences out there. So this is kind of my current plan. I think I would say again about APIs as products, because I think it's really a concept that still not on people's mind, let's say, because even, for example, on a new organization that I joined, like they have APIs, they understand the importance of it, but they don't bring the product perspective. They like don't get all the necessary feedback to really like facilitate the lives of the developers that are using it. So I think out there as well, there is a lot of potential to keep talking about this topic of how APIs should be treated as products. I think conferences in general, like the Women in APIs community, is a big source for me. Claire Barrett, so like she's a huge inspiration for me. So she's always available to help to connect me to the people within the community that I can ask stuff about and that I can talk to regarding the challenges that I'm going through. So, but yeah, mostly the conferences and keeping up to speed with the new discussions in Twitter is where I get my most knowledge from. And of course, on a daily basis, the challenges that I face, I bring them back to the community to discuss and see how others, if others are experiencing it and how they tackle it. So right now, I'm really working to discovering what are the developers using our APIs, what they're struggling with, what are their pain points, understanding all the implementation cycle of our product and how the APIs impact on the experience of those developers. So this is kind of the main project that I'm working on. It's kind of a diagnosis since I recently joined the company to then start taking action into whatever direction that is will be more impactful. But my main goal is to really improve the developer experience. But I need to learn from them first where there's more potential to be improved. For the female in APIs, I think I would definitely recommend the Women in APIs community. I think it's a big support group that can really enable us and give us voice, let's say. So definitely recommend that. And yeah, I'm looking forward to develop myself more into how to co-create with the developers all the solutions that will make their life easier.